All right, so yeah, we left off our last game with the group on their way to Baldur's Gate. You are going there because... Let me open up my notes I do have. When you were at Baldur's Gate, you were attacked by one of the books. Upon investigating, you found out that there were 3 other books that did the same thing. People used them to get into Baldur's Gate, but then the books would turn into a monster at some point and try to consume your soul. And you found out a person named Yaleron donated a book, and another person named Valor. When you went to... Let me turn this down. When you went to visit Galeron, you found them at the house of the binder, where they told you that they purchased the book in Baldur's Gate at a place. It was... I forget what they said. They just... does anyone remember what they told you where it was?
It was a place in the wide, and it had Dune in some place in its name.
Okay. Yep. The Wide is a kind of a marketplace at Baldur's Gate, and that's all they could remember is that the place that they bought it, like the little shop, had the name Dune in it. When you talked to Valor, she was a tiefling who was really upset because she had to work at Candlekeep to repay her debt. She gave them one of the fake books, and she told you the same thing, that she purchased that book at the same place. So you were sent there by Snapple. He gave you a quest, and everyone thought that they were going to get treated luxuriously and have horses and carriages and tents and food and money given to them for this trip. And they found out, no, you're walking there. Here's your rations and go. That's pretty funny. And so on your way to Baldur's Gate, you were attacked by a were-rat and 3 of his giant rats. You guys were easily able to kill them and then continue your journey. And that's where we left off, with you guys just arriving at Baldur's Gate. You can see it off in the distance, the city walls. From a distance, looking at Baldur's Gate, it looks... it looks like an old medieval city. Clearly, you can see that there's a lot of poor people living here. Immediately before you even get to the city, you can see that there is this kind of little outer city kind of town in front of one of the gates, and it just looks like a lot of poor, rundown houses. I have my maps. Of course I don't. I thought we had a map of the whole coast.
We did at some point.
We did.
Where did it go? Where did you go? It's so weird. Huh. Back roads. Candlekeep. Library. Oh wait, I think it was just a handout.
Yeah, it was a handout.
That's right. Yeah, so you traveled all the way north up to Baldur's Gate, and then when you get closer, you can see Baldur's Gate, and it kind of... Well, this is one map I have, but this isn't the actual map that I've used before, I don't think. This one's pretty cool. So, yeah, you would come up from the south in Rivington, and you'd have to make your way through all these kind of poor little neighborhoods to get to the east way of Baldur's Gate. So we'll start with you guys at kind of Worm's Crossing before you go over there. And when you can see going across this old bridge, there's a bunch of little, like, people have their little huts on there. Like, this is a little street that people actually live on. So it's kind of just really, it's not the place you really want to hang out unless you kind of know people, or if this is the kind of place you would be. It's a lot of slums and just sketchy looking people hanging around. So we'll start with you guys kind of right before Rivington, before moving in, to give you time to come up with a plan. What do you guys want to do?
Why on earth would they have their main egress be so filthy?
It looks fine to me, it's just a little bit of dirt.
Have any of you ever been here to Baldur's Gate before?
Oh no, I never leave the swamp, really, I just hang about in the woods.
I kind of took the path around it when I came to Candlekeep. I'm from Waterdeep myself.
I've never been here.
So to be quite an adventure then, eh?
What is your accent change or something?
It's Australia.
I don't know how to do it. I got to get back. I practice. I didn't have time to practice.
I don't think she
okay?
really had an accent. It was just like
did.
this. It was just the way you were talking.
Doubtfire.
Yeah, it was like Mrs. Doubtfire. I guess. Yeah.
It was Mrs. Doubtfire. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get back. I gotta get back into it. Occasionally, my accents flip flop. It happens with all of my characters.
Unless that was like intended, that'd be funny. Like she has different personalities.
It was not. It's not. I need to warm it up.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing myself into it. It's a little off.
It was throwing me off because I'm like, wait, who is this? This is.
No. We don't know. She took an extra dose of Toad this morning. She's not herself.
She just thinks she's other people. That'd be amazing.
Extra lick.
Okay. So you just start heading through. Hey. You guys are just on a mission, huh?
I'm
Yeah.
certainly not going to touch anything around here.
All right.
I
So-
think we should ask somebody where Dune is.
It
Well,
looks
perhaps.
sticky.
Everything looks sticky to you, dear. Is there anybody on the street?
I mean, it's pretty, packed and gross. Everyone looks sketchy. Moving through. When you get to the crossing, it's pretty tight too. You have to like kind of squeeze your way through. Like kind of move through people.
I hold my coin purse while I'm walking through.
Okay.
I suppose we're all a bit sketchy here. I'm a frog lady, and we have a clock man, and some sort of assassin, and the lady who wants to steal things. It's all good.
Fader's gonna look around over his shoulder, really worried, wondering where this assassin is.
Whatever, the guy who likes to stab things with daggers.
That's him.
Leo
He's
casts
literally-
prestidigitation every time his shoulder bumps into somebody else. He's just like, oh god, get it up, get it up.
What does it look when people cast prestidigitation? Is it just like a little sparkly thing happens and it just cleans itself?
It's a somatic and verbal, so I imagine he has to actually do some kind of like little hand symbol in.
Mm-hmm.
Jazz hands.
Yeah. All right. So you keep doing that. Everyone. Let me see. How do you do this? Oh yeah. I'm forgetting how to do certain checks. All right. So Leopold, as you're going through, it's getting almost pointless to keep casting the spell because it's just like one person after another trying to push your way through. So you would just constantly have to be saying it. And at one point, it's like you're gonna have to start using your hands to like push through people. And so as you're doing this, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Brittany, this big guy kind of like bumps into you hard, and he's like, "Oh, sorry there."
No problem.
Give me an insight check.
Oh,
He's trying to rob you.
it's in my hands though.
No, I'm sorry, perception check. My totally bad. Is it the same modifier? I guess it doesn't. We'll keep the same die roll, but what is, because it's so high? What is your modifier
5.
for perception? Okay.
5.
So yeah, since when he bumps into you, you can clearly feel him trying to grab that purse out of your hands because you're holding onto it, and so he just he tries to hit you hard enough where like you might let go or something like that, but you notice it and you just hold on tight, and then he just looks at you, and that's when he says, "Oh, excuse me," and then he just keeps on walking.
Do I notice him do that?
It just looks like, from your perspective, it would look like he bumped into her, but if you really want to give me a perception check, you can.
I would like to warn the party. Keep your purses and wallets and bags in check today, since we're
Hey, comedian.
touching people. People trying to steal from us.
Took an extra long time to get my sheet open.
All right. So with a 21, you did see it, but he did keep walking. So if you were going to do something, it would have to be pretty quick. Yep.
I just wag my stick at him. I'm like, "You big brute, you stay away from us." I can't do it. I can't get back into the accent.
Come on,
It can't be
Brittany,
done.
give up. How was it? It was
Hello,
yeah.
dearie.
How are you doing, dear?
Yeah, oh dear. I can't hear you.
Think of
Can't
the
hear
little
you.
lip there.
Can't hear you, Brandon.
I got it. Yeah, I know. I gotta like practice it like away for a minute, figure it out. But I'm like other people, I can't. I'm gonna be too ridiculous. I'll get it. I'll get it at some point.
I don't like this, Mildred.
Sorry.
Dearie, you had too much lip to the toe today.
Oh yes, dear. Just a
There we
little bit
go.
too much load.
There she is. Oh,
There
that's
she
great.
Oh, I'm
is.
back again. Okay, there we go.
Yes.
You big brute over there! I'll smack you with my stick.
give me an intimidation check. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, let me see. He looks at you as he's going. He kind of just turns his head and laughs and just gives you like the palm and keeps going.
Maybe, now I have his accent. Oh my god. Maybe. No. Uh-oh.
No, that's fine. I don't have any cool little weird spells.
It's fine. Yeah, it's once he's moving through, it just kind of crowds around and he's gone. So yeah, you guys kind of make your way through. Brittany, I'm sorry, were you gonna say something? Hemlock?
I was just gonna say, we should just stop somebody once we're not too packed tight, when it gets scarce. I don't know, when people start moving out of the way more.
Leopold will actually cast Unseen Servant to push its way through the crowd in front of him so he doesn't have to touch anyone.
Okay. All right, yeah, you cast Unseen Servant, and it does help. Like, he's kind of like pushing through right before you, but so you're staying like right up against them, I guess. And and he's kind of pushing people away, so it looks like you have this little bubble in front of you. And you guys continue to make your way through. It takes a while, obviously, to get all the way there. On the way there, you would see, you would see like kind of wooden shacks that people have built for houses. You might see someone with a little stand selling some rotten fruit or some kind of food. Some of it looks okay, some of it doesn't. Eventually, though, you do make your way over to the East Way wall. When you arrive, there are some guards at the gate, letting people in. They just kind of look at you as you walk through. They don't stop you or anything like that. People are coming and going. It's the main time of the day. It's around, I would say, 1 p.m. now, and you arrive. Where do you head off to?
Didn't ask us for papers, anything. He just.
Is there any sort of signage that would tell us where the wide is?
Give me a perception check. I need a better map of Baldur's Gate.
I need better dice roll.
Yeah, as you look around, you don't see anything right at the moment that might point the way. It's you see a lot of there are older buildings. The roads are just muddy and gross. A lot of people in this area is a little dirty, walking around. It's a little bit better than the crossway you just came through, but it's still pretty poor.
Oh, I like it. Yeah.
This is gonna be hilarious.
I'll get there.
Just
Need some-
always start with deer.
Oh yeah. Oh
It's
dear.
here. Oh, I like it here. It's very nice. What a fancy place.
That was it.
No, it is not. It is very much far from a fancy place.
Well, I'm sure that there are some fancy places about.
Hopefully.
I'm just gonna have to show this map again. I don't have a map of Baldur's Gate.
So basically in the twin songs now.
I can't even see it, so small.
I
so
know.
So I mean, do you ask anyone? What do you guys
I
do?
will.
Just stand there in the street? All right.
Do I
So I mean, there's
Excuse
people
me-
walking through. Yeah.
Excuse me, madam.
Right. Yeah. She has her like head covered, and she's all covered and draped in her robe, and she looks like she's carrying something under it, and she looks at you all sketchy. What do you want?
Hey, I was wondering if you knew where what is it, the word?
The wide.
The wide is. We are not from here.
Obviously, if you don't know where the wide is. Eh,
Obviously.
What's it worth to you? Give me a gold piece and I'll tell you.
Fine here.
Hand her
A
a gold-
gold?
Right. She goes, oh, of course, the wide's straight up north. Just head your way. You can't miss it.
Thank you so much, darling. Let's go.
She's like stunned that you actually gave it to her.
I think for gold we could have hired somebody to draw us a map of the entire city.
These are my people. I know when to be generous. I'm sorry.
Aren't you from the woods?
No, dear. I am not from the woods.
I just assumed with you turning into like wolves and whatnot.
It's a kind of No, I'm not from the woods. I'm actually pretty good.
And you know, all the dirt.
I am fine with the dirt. Need to get dirty sometimes.
No, you do not.
Okay.
Well, it's that way. Gang, let's go.
Off we go then. All right.
Sure, let's go that way.
I need a good pint of ale, you know. get ourselves to a nice tavern.
Oh yes.
I hate how this light comes through my window and hits my head like this because it reminds me of those old Star Trek movies all the time where they had the light going across his face when he was talking. Yeah, and it bugs me out. It's just weird. It's such a weird effect that they did. So, yeah, so you make your way north, you make your way through the heap side. On the way there, of course, you see your typical stuff. You see some shops, clothing stores, things for anything pretty much. I mean, it's a big city. They have everything here. It might not be the best quality or stuff like that, or might be a little bit more expensive when you look at prices as you go by. You kind of get that feeling. But they do have stuff here. And up ahead, a few blocks, you can see that it just kind of opens up to this massive, kind of a triangular, circular area. And inside, you just see tons and tons of tents set up and gazebos kind of thing going on and people selling stuff. And it's really busy, people going in and out. You see a mixture of a lot of rich people there. They look like they're nobles. And then you also see a lot of poor people. You also see some guards that are walking around and watching everybody very closely to make sure people aren't doing anything or stealing. Mostly you kind of notice them around more of the noble people where they are than anyone else. But yeah, you have this massive place in front of you to explore. How do you find this place?
Roughly what time of day is it?
We'll say now it's about, took you a while to get there, going through there. We'll say going close to 3.
Well, it's slightly cleaner, I guess.
While we look for this bookseller, depending on how long it's going to take us, should we be thinking about finding a place to stay for the night, or should we head back out and stay in the wild? If it turns out that we don't finish our mission tonight.
I would love to
Leopold
stay
is
in a room
certainly
here.
conflicted.
How much do you suppose an inn would cost?
Here?
I imagine different parts of the city would cost different amounts.
It's true. Back there probably was a copper, maybe silver.
I
Somebody
prefer,
probably
you know,
leave themselves in the bed back there.
a bit of rough and tumble, you know. Let's find somewhere that's a bit exciting.
Oh, well, I mean, it's only mid-afternoon. Perhaps we should begin looking for the bookseller.
Let's look for someone who has books.
Something with the name with Dune or some such in the name.
Yeah, they did say it's like a tent, right?
I believe they said a cart.
A cart. A cart. Oh,
I wrote down a shop
you were down a shop.
named Dune something or other.
I thought they said a tent.
In any case, we're not finding anything just standing here.
All right. I'll start walking.
All right. Sorry, I keep trying to find a map of Baldur's Gate. But I can't do it quick enough. Yeah, so you guys make your way through. As you're making your way through this place, in this place you realize pretty much anything can be found here. You can see, like, it looks like these are how do I say this? You see people go, like, buying stuff. It doesn't look like anything here is really that, like, it's not as sketchy as the other parts of the city. People seem to be just doing their regular business businesses here. You see a place called Autumn Breads. It's like a bakery. A place called Coppers to Crowns. It's an antique shop. You see a gem shop. Heath's Hot Drinks. You see Wizards of the Wide. It's a tent that's bursting with dozens of arcane foci. Looks like they have a lot of scrolls and stuff inside. Everyone, give me a perception check. Unless you want to ask somebody, or you can like look around and see if you could find this place. All right. So Fader and Zira, or Hemlock, Hemlock? You, as you're walking through, you do come up and you do see a stall, and it's called Amber Dunes Books. And from what you recall, the name had Dune in it. And it's kind of located out of the way on the corner of the Wide. There's a few customers right now looking at their books. You see that there are two people there. I'll show you what you see. If I could find it. So yeah, you see that they have all these books behind them. There are some people looking at their books. You see a guy talking to one of the customers right now, showing them a book, trying to sell it to them. And you also see a person behind the bar, whatever it's called, the shop bar. I don't know.
The counter. As we walk up, I'll go ahead and cast Detect Magic to see if I can see that same conjuration magic flowing from anything in the area.
I wonder how Detect Magic would work in this place. So, yeah, you cast, what is the radius? 30 feet or something like that? If I remember correctly. So, yeah, so you cast it. At this moment, the books in, like, are you looking at their books to see if they kind of glow? Was that what you're doing?
Yeah, basically, like if I see anything emanating from off the bookshelves or whatnot.
At this moment, you do not. All the books look like they're regular books.
Curious.
Leo, if I could, I would like to go up to the salesperson.
I mean, when you see people walking by, you do notice like some nobles might have a necklace on that's kind of glowing. People have rings on that are kind of glowing as you see them walking on by. Hemlock, you go up and what did you say?
Hello, who is this? A man or a woman?
The guy out of the thing is a man, but unless you ask them, I'm not gonna just assume their gender. Right. That's rude.
Anyway, I go up to them and I go, hello, I am looking for a very rare book. I'm trying to get into the Candlekeep. Is that where we're from, guys? Oh my god, my brain. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get into Candlekeep. And I do not have a book. And I heard from my friend that your shop is the best to get books from.
He says, ah, well then you've come to the right place. He says, I am Thern, and this is Avani, and he points to the person behind the bookshelf. And he says, what is this book that you're looking for?
Oh, any book. I'm not looking for a particular book. I just heard that you have rare books that can get me into Candlekeep.
Ah, one of those kinds of books. Of course. He says, well, you let me see. He says, we don't have any of those books here because they're too expensive, you see. But when our boss comes back, we could ask her and to talk to you.
That would be lovely. Who would I be talking to?
Her name is Corvala.
Corvala. What a lovely name. All right, and when will she be coming back?
Oh, she usually stops in every few hours. She might be here in, like, I would say 2 hours from now. I would come back.
Oh,
And I'll tell her you're looking for her. What is your name?
my name is Hemlock, dear.
It is a pleasure, Hemlock. And are you with these? Who's with her at this point, or did people stay back?
I don't know. Did you
I
guys say
imagine
that?
Leo's behind us since he's looking at the books.
Okay.
I'm just like milling around about her feet, like looking at things, like listening to what he's saying, but just like looking at other stuff.
Okay. And what is Fader doing?
I'm not staying back, but I am staying behind, sort of keeping an eye on all of my my comrades. I would like to ask. You say 2 hours. What time do you close shop for the evening?
He says, well, this whole place closes down at sundown. There's a curfew. If you don't have permission to be up here, you have to leave.
And what time is the local sundown?
When the sun goes down.
Ah, that's very helpful.
That watch is a little expensive.
Leo will tell us. Leo will tell us.
I don't know I just know what time it is. I don't know what local.
Quiet.
Are we really all that far from Candlekeep that it's not similar to the same time?
He tells the point.
Yeah, you're in the same time zone. Would they even do they even tell time back then? Did they, or did they just say like late afternoon or something? I don't know.
Would you know about how long it is until sundown?
Well, if we know what time noon is, that's technically a time, right?
What you do is you take the sun on the horizon, you hold your hand up, and every palm you have until you reach the horizon is about an hour.
But doesn't the sun like change throughout the seasons?
Fader starts to wander away.
And
I mean, and don't you have a
Theron,
watch?
Theron's actually looking at you like waiting for the answer, Bunk.
I'm like, I'm measuring it with my hand.
It's like, I don't know all that that new age stuff.
Anyway,
I'm just wondering if Korvala is coming back in 2 hours in only to close up shop, and we wouldn't have time to talk to him, her, it, they.
What I said, it was like what, 3 when you first got here, or so
Yes.
I would say like 5 now. So yeah, you would know. I think you would know, being that you're living in the same time zone. Like you have about 3 or 4 hours ish.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 hours or so. So he said she'll be back in a few, maybe 2 to 3 hours. He tells you she does usually come closer to the end, maybe a half hour before sundown or so, to start to close up and stuff like that. He would tell you, or whoever, or Hemlock, since you're kind of stepping back. Or
gotcha. All right. Well, we'll be back in 2 hours. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Is there any?
what kind of prices are you looking at here? Rare books are pretty pricey. It would help
Oh,
if
how
you gave me a
much- how
number
much-
so we can figure out what books we have.
What's the quote? What's like the normal price?
I'm asking you because I don't know.
Dear. What do you? I don't know.
How could you look for a rare book if you don't know how much you want to spend? What is your top amount you would like to spend with us?
Can I make a history check to see what kind of how rare and pricey the books that usually would go and get in the Candlekeep would be?
Yeah, I feel like Leo would know.
My husband Morty left me a huge pile of gold just like this.
No, no.
You know, whatever it
no,
costs, I
don't,
can afford it, you know.
no.
But don't you try to rip me off, or I'll butt you with a hammer.
Oh, grandmother dear, you need to just shh.
Forgive her. She's going a little senile.
She's going a little batty. Millie, grandmother Millie, you need to shush, shush, shush.
Is that so? Wow. Well, in that case, he says, I'll make sure we get our top list for you.
Please, and a quote for your lowest as well.
Okay.
We will be back. Okay. Is there any waiting places like a bar or close by so we
Stop
can come
shouting.
back?
He says, look around. He says, there's places everywhere for you.
Yes, but what do you
sure.
I need
recommend?
a good stiff drink, you know. Loosen up me wallet.
He says,
Yes, dear.
Loosen up the old coin purse, you know, dear.
I don't know. Do we have any? So yeah, you can. He kind of gives you directions. I don't have anything off the top of my head. So he tells you, points down. He said there's like a local bar. Well, really depends on what kind of place you want, because you're kind of in the northern ward of the city, where the more rich people are. But you can't really stay here after sundown. So you would have to kind of go south into the more poor areas to find a bar for yourselves.
Would Leopold be able to stay since he does have papers?
Let me see. Shadow, stop it.
I might have papers too, Leopold. You do not know anything.
Do frogs count as papers? I have one of those.
I do love Morty. He's such a good frog. He's so
I
quiet.
know. He's such a good boy. The little nugget. The little thought nugget.
Or I should say a scroll of pedigree from the noble background.
That's hard because I think you have to be a resident or invited. You have to like live in this area. But
we have to come back in 2 hours, I thought.
Yeah, they all that'll be when they're closing up. He says, well, if you don't make it, I could always tell you where we live, and you can meet us at our place.
Oh my goodness, that would be so grand.
I mean,
Is that in this district or
This is
that one?
No, it's in the Black Gate. It's right up north, out of here. Right outside.
Black Gate is the northern exit or something like that.
Yeah, the Black Gate is I'll show you
Is that
again.
the bad place?
It's you can see it up north of the wide.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
outside the gate.
Yeah, so it's
somewhere
outside the
like that.
gates.
Oh, lovely. All right. Could you maybe draw a little map or something? Or is there like a tree in front of your house?
Oh, of course.
that-
Here. And he grabs a piece of paper from the shop and he starts to write on it. He's like, just go to this address. This is where we are. He says,
Oh, sure.
this is
And
where
that's
we keep our
everybody?
most expensive books. To keep them safe. And Corvallo would definitely be there.
Oh, goody. Jolio. All right. Let's.
Could I do an insight check to determine whether or not this person means us any harm?
Okay. You get the feeling like he really wants to sell you one of these books, because Mildred said she has an unlimited amount of money, so he doesn't want to lose this sale. So he looks.
Commission.
No, unlimited. Just a large pile of gold. I'm a very short lady, this is not that high.
It's as big as a boulder.
As big as a lump.
So yeah, he looks more. He's just real. He seems very eager to make a sale. Not like he's trying to be sketchy. He's just like, well, if you come back and you miss us, then yeah, come to our place. We can sell you there, like kind of thing. He just wants to make sure you guys don't miss them.
Go away. Oh, but you know what, dear? I think we're gonna go to your house directly. So we're just going to maybe pop in, get some drinks, and come over. You know? And this is great directions. It's right near the big old tree. I understand.
Is the Black Gate nicer than Twin Songs?
No. He says Blackgate is the poorest.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
My kind of place. It's probably lovely, dear. Oh, I can't wait to see your books and all the things you can show me, all the books. I really need to get into Candlekeep.
Yeah, he says to Leopold, he says, yeah, that's why we're trying to sell our stuff here, so we can hopefully get out of, living in poverty. But it's hard. So I don't want to lose this sale. This is important.
I understand.
Oh, don't worry, dear. It's good as gold. We need a book.
Okay. So yeah, he's you guys get the information and you wander around the wide some more.
Yeah, we find. Well, are we gonna go have a drink here, guys?
Yes, I need a beer.
I could use some wine.
I need a drink as well.
Let's go have a good old time, eh? While we wait.
Hey,
By the way, the first time we got the book to do the thingy, how did we do that?
We never got a book. We were hired.
No, but the first time we opened the book and then the thing tried to eat us, right?
I think it's because somebody tried to read it.
There was conjuration magic on it.
Yes.
There was no conjuration on any of these books back here.
Well, not any of those books, but he's going to bring us the special books.
It's possible somebody just slipped the page into the book as well.
On the other hand, if we do go to these people's home, perhaps we should be prepared when we get there for looking for magic again.
Looking for magic is something I can just do.
That's not something that's going to use up your energy, your worth, your.
No. I'm quite adept at finding magical items.
He's got magic eyes.
It's a very useful thing to have. He can tell what's magical. He just can't tell what that magic is.
Now you don't know that.
You don't know that.
You
don't know that.
He did tell me that, though.
No, I lied to you. Is what I did. Out of character, I straight up lied to you.
So he would still believe you can do it then, right?
Possibly.
Yeah.
But I do remember you saying you
I
lied.
thought in character you said that you couldn't cast Identify.
No, I said that out of character. In character, I straight up told you I could.
Yeah, because remember you followed him back to his room and he casted it. And he didn't really tell you anything. And that it was changing multiple colors or something like that. And I forgot what else he said.
Yeah, I basically just told you the same thing everybody else was saying.
Yeah.
All right.
So he's got magic eyes. I say we get a bite to eat, get rested, and we go to these people's houses. You cast your whatever you cast. You're seeing magic eyeballs. Don't have a panic attack if they touch you, and voila, we have the book. And then we can get back to Candlekeep, and I can go back and try to get into the library.
Now answer me this. If it's this same sort of, infested book, if we just read it while they're selling it to us, shouldn't it have a similar effect?
There might.
We don't want to read it, probably.
But the thing is, maybe they do it at last minute. We're walking out, they go boop a doop boop, and magic stuff.
Boop a doop boop. magic stuff.
Our
You
goal is just
know.
to discover who's giving us the books, not actually to acquire another one, right? Like,
Well,
we
I
don't
believe we're
actually
supposed to stop this entirely.
Right. So if we discover that these are indeed the people that are giving the magical books, we don't need to spend any money on a book. We just need to discover whether it is the book or isn't the book. Perhaps before we have
Exactly.
ever acquired the book.
I imagine at that
Lily
point
is
we could
so
just report
smart.
it to the
Yes.
authorities.
Indeed.
Were we supposed to do that?
Remind me, did the creature that we fought in the library come out of the book, leaving the book behind, or did the book become the creature?
It destroyed the book upon leaving the book.
The ectoplasm or whatever.
The book turned into the ectoplasmic ball, but when you killed it, it disintegrated, leaving no book
So-
behind.
And that just happened
If the
while we
way-
were reading it, right? Like, that was the major triggering effect.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, it happened when you were reading it, so that's what you're assuming.
How long
Why?
were we reading it before it happened?
He was able to read like a few to get like the gist, but when he tried to get like it was just when he was getting more into the story he was reading, it just turned. It wasn't like at a certain point. It was just about when he was about to get like more information than he did.
And did he have any effect? Like anything happened to you? Like, you know, brain.
Tried to drain my life, I suppose.
That's it?
Did it affect your mind at all?
Yeah, did it like
did it make you
No.
did it make you somehow not yourself?
like I want to kill everybody in this room?
No.
Rage.
No.
Sick.
You know, I'm starting to feel the rage come back.
Hey. Let's go get a pint.
Yes, a good old beer to make this guy feel better. I know it.
Jeez, wine.
And wine, okay, whatever. Let's go.
The old fruit juice.
Okay.
The adult juice.
I'm going to see if I see any nobles heading toward any particular bar.
Yeah, in their area, they would have like these really nice, expensive places to dine and eat. Let's see. Save so you don't go anywhere.
I'm fancy.
Is she though?
She's a
What?
pinkies up kind of girl.
So so yeah, in the district outside of this place, you would see that the streets are illuminated by magical lights. There's luxurious boutiques and expensive restaurants, all in the area. The people who are working inside the wide, who are more like the poor people, they don't really go into those areas at all. You notice the upper class always look down on them and kind of see some kind of telling them to get away from them kind of thing. They treat them very, very rude here. So I'm sorry, where were you guys going again? To you said you guys were going to a poor bar and Leopold was going to a more expensive bar?
Oh, but I want to
think we
go
should
to the
all
fancy
find a-
bar.
I think we
want
should
to go
all
to
find a
fancy.
dive bar and make Leopold come with us.
No?
But I want to be fancy. I am
Also,
fancy.
no.
What are you talking about?
Neither of these choices are very good for me. I could make some connections, and but y'all have fun at your dive. But well, we could
But
find
I'm
some place
coming
to
with
sleep.
you. It's gonna be a
Well,
good time.
A party? What if they come in here or something? Or a spy or I don't know, assassin or a very mean noble hurts your feelings or something and we're not here to beat them up for you.
Right, it's a bad idea to split the party up. You need support. Don't worry, we're gonna leave a good impression on all your noble buddies.
Hooray!
Termidian says, drag him with you.
Come on, Leopold.
Do nobles like toads?
They specifically do not like toads.
Who doesn't like a good toad? I'm gonna show 'em.
Sweetest toad ever. Who wouldn't like Morty?
I know.
Okay.
I act like I'm going to a noble bar, then just slump my feet and trump toward a dive bar.
Oh, it's so fancy. Look at that.
I know this is a fancy bar. I'm kind of mad, but I'll be quiet.
Oh, so you brought them to a fancy one?
No, I did not. I
Oh.
acted like I was going to a fancy one and then slumped toward the dive bar.
So what did you say, Britt? I thought you just said you know it's a fancy bar, but you'll keep quiet.
No, I know it's not a fancy
Oh,
bar.
you're not. Okay.
It's because Millie's like, this is such a
Gotcha.
fancy
Yeah,
bar.
I gotcha.
So I'm just like,
So you go in. This bar is called the Sly Scoundrel. This Sly Scoundrel bar in the slum quarters, known for its brutal street thugs, is a single-story wooden building. There's like a dead single bush in the front. As you walk in, you see the innkeeper. He looks like a human male. He's just talking to somebody behind the bar, and they look like they're like kind of looking around at other people as they're talking, looking pretty sketchy. You see a few other patrons in here. You see a halfling off in the corner looking sketchy. You see an elf peasant eating some soup. You see a female elf off on another table, and they're all kind of by themselves, except for the other two people who's a female and male halfling.
Oh,
Do you-
this was a mistake.
Oh, I can't wait to get in here and get something to eat. Come on, lads. And I just go hop up on a bar stool. I'm like, I need a good drink.
All right, you hop on
Here at the fancy schmancy bar with all me friends.
when you hop on the bar, do you hop on the bar like right next to the guy that's talking to the bartender, or that looks to be the owner?
Sure.
Yeah. So you hop on right next to him, and they kind of both look at you. And the guy who the bartender was talking to just kind of turns his back towards you and gets up and walks off pretty quickly. And then he kind of looks at you for a minute. What can I get you?
Oh, a stiff drink. And perhaps some cheese. I do love cheese, dear.
Hey, where's my menu? You see that he says, I got some. All we got now is some stout. I got some cashew bread and some weed cheese or pickled cod and leek.
Oh, leek. I love leek. Yes, let's have some leek and some stout.
Oh, we also have a tankard of cider.
Oh, just bring it all, dear. I'm gonna finish it all off. You know, I'm not watching me weight.
Did the rest of you walk up to the bar with him?
No.
yes.
All right. And he looks at you, Hemlock, and you?
I'll take what she's having.
And he look, Fader, where did you go?
I'm keeping my left hand on my dagger and my right hand on my coin purse, and I'm walking up and standing behind Mildred, just watching and wondering. And how much for that tankard of cider that you just mentioned?
Well, the pickled cod and leek, it comes with the tankard of cider. It's 10 copper pieces.
How much for just the cider?
We'll say 3 copper pieces.
I'll have a cider.
All right. and he fills it up and just puts it on the bar. He fills up a mug of a stout, and he also does another cider for Mildred, and then Hemlock said the same, so I guess he'd fill up a cider and a stout for you. What is that picture? Oh yeah, the bar. I mean, that place looks a lot cleaner. How did you do that? Hemlock?
Oh, she's
Oh, you're playing with your...
messing with camera backgrounds.
I
yeah.
see. That's pretty neat. I like it. That's a good idea. I should do that for me. I should get a little thing and look like I'm behind the bar. Look like I'm behind the bar. That'd be kind of cool.
Yo, this is $12.
I have a green screen. It's just in the box still. I never took it out. That'd be kind of fun. Maybe I'll look into it. Sure. Like, I can barely do the things I want to do. All right. So yeah, he puts all the stuff down. He goes in the back. He comes back out with some foods. He comes out with his pickled cod and leek, some cashew bread and wheat cheese, and he just slops it down in front of you guys. Are you eating at the bar? Or are you taking it to a table?
I would suggest that we take it to a table.
Mildred's
let's
already
get that table
digging
there.
in. Just like, oh, this is delicious. I'm glad we came to the fancy one.
So Mildred, I guess you would owe 14 copper pieces, and so would Brittany if you got all that stuff.
I'll give
Like
the guy
1.5
gold.
silver.
and-
Is that right?
Yes.
Millie, you don't have to. I got this. And I give the guy a gold piece. Keep the
Alright.
Oh, you're
change.
so generous.
All right. Yeah, you throw it on that gold piece. He puts his hand on it, and you're like, keep the change. And he just looks at you. Oh, we got a fancy one. Here to spend money?
No.
Got some, you into gambling? We got some,
Oh, I love to gamble.
Odds going on?
says
This is going
it's
south rather quickly.
5 gold piece buy-in.
What's the game?
Sure. I'll buy.
The game is called Baldur. No, like this is a dice game called Baldur's Bones.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll go in
Oh, the
5.
bones.
he says, "Do you got some dice?"
It's your game, dear. You're supposed to have the dice.
Well, you know, players like to use their own dice. If you want to use mine, that's an extra 2 copper pieces to rent them.
Anybody have dice?
Yeah,
I want
they-
to keep dice.
I don't know. I have a pack of cards. I just don't have a pack of dice.
Yes, I'm afraid.
Fader?
I think I've lost interest. I have no dice.
I have no dice.
Damn it.
We're not
I
dice
will-
players, dear. This is a silly game.
I'll put some copper piece in for the rent. But first, let me look at these dice before I make this rental and give you my money.
Yeah, so he throws some dice on the bar. They look like you pick them up. They look like regular dice. If you want to do a perception check, you can give me a perception check.
These bones better not be tampered with. 22.
Yeah, I mean they're not like the best dice. They're not perfectly balanced or anything like that. But
They're not funny, right?
Yeah, they're not. You can tell they're not gonna just land on one side or anything like that.
Oh. Here's my 5 gold, and here's the copper pieces that go with it.
All right. He pulls out his dice. Anyone else in?
So, but how does it work?
You put your each round you throw in a gold piece. It's 5 rounds.
And what do we get if we win?
You get what's on in the round. You get that amount.
So we win each other's gold.
Yes.
But I don't. Oh no, I don't like that.
Well,
It's
you
okay,
wouldn't-
Millie.
I don't want to
Barkeeper's
take your
money
gold, but I certainly don't want to
potentially-
take mine.
Oh, Millie, if I win, I give you a gold back. It's just fun. But if the guy wins, oh,
So
I
wait,
don't
you're
like.
putting in 5 gold as well.
Yes, Millie,
And then,
I'm
okay,
No,
playing.
him.
so here goes. You put in your ante, like you put in a gold piece, and then everyone rolls 3 dice, 3 6-sided die. On your turn, the player can choose to stand or roll. If the player stands, the next player can take a turn. A player who rolls takes an additional die and rolls it. If the total of the dice exceeds 21, they bust and are out of the game. Otherwise, they keep rolling additional dice until either stands or break.
It's
It's
blackjack.
blackjack.
Okay, so it's blackjack, and he's gonna. So the 3 of us will play, and whoever wins takes all the gold.
I guess this is the first time I'm playing it, so as I'm reading it, I'm learning it myself. I wasn't expecting this to happen.
Or are
at
we
all.
each playing against the house?
No, you all play against each other, I guess, and the house goes last.
Okay, let's do it.
You in? I'm happy. Okay.
Here, I'll put the
I won't have much left over for our fancy book.
I'll put it in
It's
the
all
chat.
right. Hopefully we win.
For the piles of gold left by your husband.
Well, I was lying, dear. Just wasn't telling the truth.
Not very well, but yes, you were lying.
Well, nobody believed me, did he? Believed me very well.
All right, so who? I guess we'll say Mildred goes first.
So I roll 6 die, 3 1d6s.
Yep. All right, you got an 8.
So the goal is to get as close to 21 as possible.
I guess I don't play blackjack or whatever it is.
And I get 5.
Yeah.
I can roll up to 5 more or 4. I can roll
Well,
up to 4 more times.
you either you choose to stand or you roll. If the player stands, the next player can go. A player who rolls takes an additional die to roll it. So you can.
I'm gonna roll
Okay.
1d6.
Yep. So you're at 9.
13.
Well, hold on. So it's
17.
9.
17. Yep.
So now I'm at 17.
Mm-hmm. He's like, what are you gonna do? Oh,
20.
20. Wow.
I'll stand.
All right. Hemlock.
Millie, you're so good.
Ooh, starting off good. 14. 16. 17. 19.
19.
Really?
Bust.
Ah!
Bust.
Last. Alright, so what is. Let me see the rest of the rolls. They bust around with the game, otherwise, they keep rolling additional dice until they either stand or break. Okay. There we go.
I don't like it being private. Come on now.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize. Jeez.
We don't know if he's trying
I
to
mean,
cheat.
I would have to reveal them anyway. You would see. Public. Okay.
That's true. I didn't check his eye.
We don't know how honest this guy is.
Thinking. Okay. 15.
21.
21! He goes, yep, and he swipes up those 3 gold pieces.
The house always wins.
So each one of you minus a gold.
That was 5 gold.
Well, there's 5 rounds. That's why
You're in this for the long haul.
I just
What's-
made up that 5. So,
Okay.
so yeah, so go again, Mildred. $18.
18.
And you might get a 3. Oh, Mildred busts. He's like, all right, you're up. Can't hear you if you're talking, Britt.
I'm not.
Oh,
Did
okay.
I not roll it?
I don't see it.
No, you didn't.
I keep pressing roll. It's not working.
Maybe refresh. That's weird. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, there it goes. But it's a D6
That didn't
plus
work.
3. What?
Hold on.
I mean, Mildred, you have 9 gold and she got 7.
Okay, 12.
Okay. $22.
Fuck.
Oh, you bust.
So
I
you
mean,
automatically win.
does he? Yeah, I guess because all I have to do is roll once and then that's it. So yeah, he would just. Alright, so yeah, he scoops that one up. Alright, 16. You bust. Hemlock's up. $11. 14. 19.
That's it. I'm not doing any.
All right, so
No,
yeah,
thank you.
smart move. Any 12, 14, 16. He looks at you. 18. What did you get?
19.
He's looking at you. He's. Ah! Oh, sorry, Shadow. I scared my bird. So you win that pot. So yeah, you take 3 gold pieces for that one. Well, all right, 11.
Nice,
Say it.
nice.
20. All right. Hemlock. Oh, Shadow, you made my note fly away. I don't know where it is. Oh, it is.
I don't know why I have to go first all the time. It puts me at a disadvantage.
Does it?
Of course.
No, it doesn't.
How much did you get?
Yes, it does, because you guys know that you have to beat my number in order to win.
I don't see how it's a disadvantage.
The
Because
house always goes last in back check.
if
Yeah,
I
the
got
house-
a 19, I might stay. But if you got a 19, you know you need to roll again.
I know.
I
So,
bust, I think.
what did you get? 18.
22.
Oh, yeah.
Mildred
So,
got a 19.
no, I thought she had a 20.
20.
Oh, yes, you did. A 20. My apologies.
All right. So it's between me and Mildred. Or me and the little one. 8. 13. 15. God damn it. Give me a 6. 18. I need to get a
That's
3.
17. That's 17.
Oh, 17?
17.
He's looking at you, Mildred, like right in your eyes.
You know you gotta roll again. Just do it.
Oh, wait. 19?
19.
19.
Yeah.
20 is the number.
You're
to beat.
going down, Sonny. It's rigged. I knew it.
He swipes it up. Nice. My dice always treat me well, and he kisses him. All right. One more round.
Last hand, right?
If you want, Hemlock can go first. It's up to you.
Yeah, you
Millie,
go
would
first.
you like me to go first?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm having a bit of bad luck.
Does the house ever go first?
No. Always last. 8. 10. 11. 16. 20. Yeah, he's like, good.
Done.
Nice roll.
Whoa, starting off strong. Need a 4 less. Ooh.
2 20s.
How does that work? Okay.
I don't know.
How does that
Don't
work
we
in...
like have to face off?
Oh yeah, if you both get the same, you would have to roll again. Or you'd. Yeah.
I would think that the house would go, and whoever the 2 top winners are would have a tie-off.
I guess
Yeah, best we have to see if the house wins or not.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
You have to either get a 20 or a 21.
5, 7.
Looks like the last time I was rolling stat.
12. Oh my god. 14.
14.
15. What the hell? 1920.
Oh, it's a 3-way tie.
So how does this? So I guess
Do
We
you-
play one more round.
so
or
whoever
with
gets
the-
closest to 20, I don't get it. Or you play again.
unless
And,
the-
I mean, in
unless you
blackjack,
go-
I think it would be like a push. Means no one wins, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think so the money just stays in the pot until the next time? Is that what it is?
just
anyone looking it
roll
up?
roll
I
them
don't really
again.
play blackjack.
In a
I would
push,
say-
no
I would
one
say-
wins.
I would say that in a tie, whoever tied just rolls again, and
In
Right.
blackjack, the bet is returned
it's
and no one
returned.
wins.
Right.
So we just keep our gold, or
Well, yeah, unless you want to go another. Well, you do another round. See who gets it. 22. Hemlock. Hmm. 10. 11. Wait, 11, 14. 19.
That'll be it.
He's like, come on, one more. You got it in you. All right. 12. 6. Wait, 12. What is that? I can't do it. 16.
16.
16. 17. 18. 19. What did you get, Brittany?
19.
All right, so I have to go again. He's like, yeah, you did it. And you get another one. So Mildred's out. 5 gold. I think Hemlock, what do you get back? So you spent 5, you got back 6.
Yes.
So how did you go up to 7 or 9? Didn't you have 7?
Huh?
How much gold did you have?
I had in the beginning 8, but it didn't go up.
Oh. So you would go down 5 and then up 2, right? No, 1. Can't do math. Isn't that yours?
4.
Well, she paid 5 and won 6, so she should go up 1 gold.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
No, because
No.
because two of the 6 that she won were her own. She paid 5
Well,
and took back a total of 4. She should be
she
down
put
1
in
gold.
she put in a total of 5, and then she took out 6.
I lost the internet, guys. I'm waiting for it to come back.
Okay. Yeah, so she would have 1 extra. That makes sense.
So 6.
Okay. So he's like, he says, didn't want to steal all your money, but thanks. He kind of puts it into his hand and puts it into his bank.
Did Leopold's sneak roll go through?
What was he doing?
Trying to sneak out and go to a fancier bar while they were there.
Well, you would definitely get past Hemlock and Mildred since they were too focused. What was Fader? What did you say you were doing? And I guess Fader.
I just rolled a perception check to see if I noticed Leopold sneaking away, and I did not.
You did not. All right. So as you guys, huh?
Just if you care, your rolls are.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. So as he takes his money, I guess you finish eating your foods, or what do you do, or talk about? How long? I wonder how long it takes before you notice Leopold is gone.
Leopold also left a note on the table.
Oh, okay. So when you look at the table, there's a note.
What is this
totally-
note?
Yeah, what does it say, Leopold?
It says, "We'll meet back at the stall at 1 palm, the sun at the horizon."
What
Does
does that
any-
mean?
What does that mean?
I was listening to him when he was talking about how to tell time. When the sun is 1 hand above the horizon.
So when the hand is in the sky, you
While Mildred is talking, I'm going to step outside and check to see where the sun is in the sky.
you put it down.
How can you see?
I mean, the sun's in
How
the air
far
about 3 palms.
Hand from your face. Because if it's out here, it's much different than if it's up in here, you know?
I spend just a moment while I'm outside longingly looking around to see if I can spot the bar that Leopold went to. Then I go back inside. We've got about 2 more palms to go before we head back.
But your palms are bigger than my palms. Do you think he's got a big palm?
I don't think so.
And, how, like I said, is it close to your face like this here? Or is it out like arm's length like that there?
Maybe we should have Leopold teach us this weird time palm thing.
Do you rotate at the elbow or at the wrist?
You just see a bunch of people out there doing this weird palm stuff. Yeah. So I mean, I think we'll say it's like an hour before that 1 palm to the horizon or whatever it is. You have Bunk or Leopold. Sorry, Leopold. You come up to a place called the Sage's Purse. This is it's in the nice district. It's a 2-story timber and brick building with finely crafted tables and chairs. Accommodations consist of several rooms. Yeah, and you come in and you see there's the person at the front. May what does he say to you? Are we expecting you? Do you have a reservation?
Unfortunately, no. I'm new to this town. I'm from Waterdeep, you see, and I was looking for a place to get a much more decent drink.
He looks you up and down, of course. You can tell that you are. You can afford it. Well, he assumes you can afford it from the way you're dressed. So, how is he dressed? Remind me. Like, it's like how you
He has
are
a-
right now with the vest and
It's a
stuff.
very nice leather vest. So it is technically armor, but it's a very nice tailored armor. Actual tie and button-down shirt. Some very nice slacks and some finely tailored boots.
Is your timepiece like showing at all?
It is in the pocket with the chain. You know how they have a chain
Yep.
that goes to the pocket. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he looks you up and he says, the name.
I am from the Asher family, and I hold out my signet ring.
He writes it into his book and then he says, "Yes, we do. Follow me." He seats you to it's a small little table, since you're only one person. You see other nobles in here sitting around. As you walk in, they're checking you out. The typical response from nobles, they smile and then they kind of probably give a dirty look behind your back as you walk on by. Yeah, so they all do that as you walk by. Yeah, and they sit you down and the guy says, "My name is Heron." He says, "On our menu today we have dried scallops and spelt biscuits with a tankard of beer, braised crab and dried plum with a glass of rum, steamed partridge and rye bread with a glass of wine, roasted dragon and poached eggs with a glass of wine, pickled beer and curd cheese with a tankard of beer, and stewed chicken and curd cheese with a tankard of bitter."
The first one with the wine. What is the going market rate right now?
He says, "It is only 2 silver pieces."
Very much, thank you. Oh, this town does not have a decent drink. I hope you can provide.
Of course. He says, "You seem like you're relieved. Were you somewhere else?"
I came from the south side of the city to make my entrance here.
"Oh, no, don't eat down there. Only the poor people eat down there." He says, "I'll be right back with your food." And he kind of walks up. And that's where we switch back to Hemlock and Mildred and Fader. I don't know if Fader got food, but did you? No, you just got a drink. Hemlock and Mildred. We go back to, cuts back to them eating their food when he says, "Only poor people eat food." And he walks away. Yeah, and then it cuts back to them just eating their
Fancy
food.
food is so good.
This was pretty good, actually.
I know, right? The cider is excellent.
Oh my god. Tastes like I just took an apple out of the tree and bit it.
Much better than the swampy crab apples, you know.
Yes,
good.
dear. That was bad.
Where did the guy with the fancy watches go?
Oh, he left a note.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know.
The hand note. I forgot about the hand note.
Yes, with the hand. Yes.
What is Fader? Is Fader with them right now, or so I can get it?
Fader is sitting with the two of them. Just
Okay.
Sort of
I just want to make sure.
passing time.
All right. Hemlock, what were you going to say?
Is it hand time to go look at the book yet?
Oh, I don't know. Fater, do you know, dear?
I will go out and check again.
And are you sure you're not hungry? I mean, we could share.
I'm fine, thank you.
You need to eat some good roughage, dear, or it's gonna block you up inside.
I will be fine. As I do go out, I am going to sort of. I'm not actually going to do the check, but I am going to sort of second glance at Hemlock to wonder where she keeps all this gold that she keeps passing around to various people. And I go outside to check the time with my hand against the sky.
All right. Well, when you go out to check the time, you do notice, yeah, it's about that time to get going.
Oh, thank God.
Let's do it.
Right, and we'll jump back to Leopold. You had your scallops were delivered. Your spelt biscuits were delivered. Your tinkered of beer. And when you ate it, it was actually really, really good. It wasn't crappy or anything like that. When you're in here and you look around, you see some other patrons. You see a female elf who looks like she is of some nobility with another girlfriend of hers that you would assume. You see a human, you see a halfling there, but everyone here is dressed really nice and proper.
Do I see any that appear to be traveling, like they have any kind of luggage with them or anything like that?
I don't know if they would have luggage with them inside. Like, they might leave it out in their carriage. Well, give me a perception check.
Nope. Too long since I had a decent drink.
Yeah, you're
fine.
so into the food because it's been a while being at Candlekeep and your travels here that this is just so good. You're just so into it.
And this establishment is in the place we're not allowed to be at night.
It is. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's about, I guess, yeah, because I said it's about time when they were starting to walk up. The sun is kind of going down now. Outside, you can hear police, the guards calling out curfew. Is about to start, like, curfew, ding, 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 curfew.
I'll ask him I'll ask the waitress if she knows a way for traveling nobles to get paperwork to stay in the noble sector.
He says, you can, if you rent a room with us, we can give you temporary papers for you to stay in this area.
And is there servants' quarters as well?
Do you have a servant?
I have 3 very jarring bodyguards.
He says, oh. He's looking at you like, we do not accept those here.
Fair enough. How much for a room?
How much is a room here? How much does a room normally go for? Let's see. Okay, so yeah, per day in stay is, he goes, we have a fair price. Our lowest room is 2 gold pieces, but we have our aristocrat room, which is 4 gold pieces.
Sadly, I don't have my family's backing at the moment. Suppose I'll slum it at the 2 gold piece rate.
Oh, it is.
I'm sure it's very nice, though.
It is very nice, of course.
I'm certain. This has been wonderful. And the renting a room will give me some kind of paperwork to be out in the city, I assume.
Yes. He says,
Okay.
if you give me the 2 gold pieces, I'll start your paperwork.
There you go.
All right. So he goes off. It only takes him a few minutes. He comes back with a piece of paper. He wrote your name on it. There's like a stamp for the night. It says, so you have the night to stay in this area. And he actually asks you, is it just for 1 night? Will you be staying long in Baldur's Gate?
At the moment, I probably will do it per night.
Okay, no problem. You can renew it tomorrow. And he hands it to you.
Thank you, sir. I have some business elsewhere, so I'll be going now.
Of course. It was a pleasure having you here with us. At
Absolutely. Thank you so
the
much for your
Sage's
hospitality.
Purse.
All All right, and I'll go and meet them if they figured out how to do the hand thing. Probably.
Yeah, they kind of were able to finally figure it out. Fader was told the rest of the group to find you guys. So everyone, give me perception checks.
I'm still food drunk.
Mm-hmm. So Leopold 4 or 6, Vader 10, Hemlock 13, Mildred 18. All right, so you guys are kind of at the entrance to the North Ward, and the guards are there, and they're not letting you through, Mildred. I can see. So who would be at the gate? Who would be at the right up there? I always assume Mildred would be up there, and Hemlock. Vader, are you staying behind? Or are you trying to get into?
Is it getting dark at this point?
Yeah, they're calling. They've already called curfew, so they're not letting people in.
And I out of curiosity, because I don't know how it works, I have Mask of the Wild as a wood elf, which allows me to make a stealth check while partially obscured. Does darkness count as partial obscured?
I don't believe so. Not for that.
Okay.
Because there are specific things that say you can hide in shadows and stuff like that.
So it's an hour before sundown, and they're already calling.
No, well, they had to walk, so I'm trying to just do it all in my head. So by the time they got there, from their place, it was. I mean, is it really an hour for one palm? I don't know.
Yeah, typically that's the rough estimate of how to get an hour, basically.
Whatever it was from the time they got there to there. Plus, they would call curfew a little earlier so the people in can start to get out and not let more people in. So as they're at the gate, the guards aren't letting them in. They're telling you, sorry, there's a curfew. Do you have your papers?
Oh, yeah, don't worry, dear. I'm just gonna go round the corner and turn myself into a little bird and just fly in.
He says that wouldn't be wise, ma'am. So Fader, I mean, you could hide behind stuff if you were trying to do something.
Yeah, I'm gonna sort of just as the others are talking to this guard, I'm gonna wander off until I'm out of sight and stealth.
Stealth where?
I'm going to try and figure out a way to get in through this gate, or is it? I'm assuming the gate is the only place in.
Yeah, they have a pretty tight. They have it pretty tight because the nobles kind of live up in the north, so they definitely keep all the poor people out.
Do we have any sense of how to get to the? I mean, can you get to this Black Gate area by going out of the city and around the wall? I mean, can we get there from? Do we have to go through the wide to get to the Black Gate area?
I'm trying to look right now.
It looks like the Black Gate area.
No, because you can go. You can go. Yeah. Well, the Black Gate is outside the main wall, so I mean, there would most likely be a passageway you can follow. I'm trying to see where. No, because I need a map. This is the problem. I need a map of this place. It looks like if you were in there when they called curfew, you can leave out that back gate. But there is definitely a wall going around the north side on the map. It's just hard to see.
Right, and I'm just thinking if we were to go out through the gate at the east way and then just walk along the outside of the wall, eventually we would find ourselves in the Black Gate area.
You would, yep.
So I'm going to say to the others, if we can't get back in through the wide to get to the Black Gate area, we can probably get there by going around the wall.
But we're not meeting at the Black Gate. Aren't we meeting at the stall? That's what his thing said?
Didn't they give us directions to their home in the Black Gate? And didn't we tell them that we would meet them at their home?
Leopold said meet at the... I read the letter. Leopold?
Leopold didn't account for them shutting it down early.
I'm like, dear. Well, You, Mr. Fader, may have to sneak in with your sneaky sneak. I know what you can do. You're fancy with that stuff. But literally, I think we're just gonna go around the corner and turn into little birds. And then why not?
Because you can't fly at that level.
Because you can't what?
Can't fly.
Because you
Or
can't fly
swim.
at second level.
Oh, I'm gonna turn into a little mouse and I'm gonna right in there.
Mildred, at this point, this is where you see Leopold off in the distance. And Leopold, you can probably hear Mildred talking with her high-pitched voice.
Oh dear.
Do we see Leopold
Alright.
on our side of the gate?
Well,
or
Mildred
inside?
sees him. He's on the inside.
Leopold! Leopold! Fancy watches! Come on over. They're
Leopold judges for a minute, half considers just walking by, then begrudgingly makes his way toward the gate.
Okay.
And sorry, sir. These are my company, my servants. I just need to escort them through to Blackgate.
Do you have papers for them?
Don't have papers for them, just myself.
Well,
I'm
sorry.
sorry, I'm rather new here.
He says, well, I can't let them go without papers unless you have some other ways.
just come out on this side so we can discuss it further. He can get back in, right?
He's kind of giving you the if you have other ways.
Inside, he's looking for. I'll go ahead and try to sleight of hand him a gold piece.
Okay. You give him a gold piece. He grabs it from you and he says, "Make it quick." And he kind of stands aside for you guys to walk through.
Yes, come.
Sneak on in there.
All right. Yeah, you guys walk on through.
Well, I suppose the stall is closing, so I might as well just go through to Black Gate at this time. I misjudged the
Time.
They don't exactly have. Well, they don't exactly have closes
Hands?
now.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but could we take a quick
Yeah, we
5-10
haven't taken a break yet, so let's take our 10-minute break.
Break sounds good.
Thank
All
you.
right. Be right back.
snake.
A snake, oh, it's a snake.
All right. So, oh yeah, you guys are walking through. So you guys make your way through, all the way to the Black Gate. Yeah, once you get to this area, immediately it's like, oh, like, oh, it's really slummy.
This was in the noble side.
Oh, sorry.
It's outside the gate.
We
So-
have the directions to the home.
Mm-hmm.
I think that house is made entirely of dust bunnies. Oh no.
As you're walking through, people are looking at you, checking you all out. You can tell people are sizing you up. One guy kind of whispers as you're walking by to you, Leopold. He says, "What you looking for?" Guess he starts naming off like different drug names of that time.
Oh, I love that. That's my favorite. It's like, have you ever tried toad, dear? It's a wonderful thing.
Oh,
Free
not
as a bird.
not my thing. Trying to think of the name of the drug. What would it be? What's a funny one for D&D?
I know what you called it, spice or whatnot.
Yeah, I
Spice.
got some spice.
You can stay right over there. I'm fine. Bye.
I got some
I
tears.
got-
You want some tears of Razmir?
I'm not into the downers, dear. I like the psychedelic stuff, you know.
Ah,
But I got plenty of my own. But if you ever need mushrooms, I'm your lady.
he said. So you want the blue shriek mist?
Sure, yes, of course, the blue shrieks. But no, I'm good. Thank you, though. Good luck on your business.
All right, and he kind of steps back into his dark little corner. Yeah. So, you guys are making your way through. Are you doing any like? Is there anything you're doing specifically you want to tell me as you're walking?
Looking out for
Making myself. Sorry.
people who
Th-
might wish to do us harm.
Are you okay, Britt?
I am walking really, really tall, like shoulders back, like looking tough, and keeping my
Oh.
wallet, my purse in my hands again.
Okay, Fader.
Same thing. Left hand on my dagger, right hand on my purse, and sidling over to Brittany because she's the one who got the directions to this house. And how far is it to the house?
It's
Not too far.
It's like kind of in that center of that. If you look at the map, I'll show you. Can you guys see it? Does it pop up when I do that?
Yeah.
All right. So
Map
if you're
Baldur's Gate.
Yep. So if you're looking at that at Blackgate in that main road, it's kind of like right where the A is in Blackgate, like the second A in Gate. So it's like right in the dead center of that slumish area.
I'm staying as close to the middle of the group as I can get and just kind of hiding behind people.
It's like the
Look
worst
for a-
place in the Blackgate. It looks like
For a fancy bookseller, this is an awfully shady area.
Well, they did say they were poor, dear, and that's why they have expensive books. Quotation.
Which
Have we considered why they would be selling monsters though?
hello, Shadow.
That's what we're here to find out.
Okay. Mm, mm, mm.
Possibly they don't know they're selling monsters. Maybe it's how, I don't know, the book is made. Maybe they curse somebody, made problems with somebody, got in a fight, and now they're cursed, and the business is going downhill. Who knows? A lot of things happened here.
Okay. I'm just looking up some stuff. All right. So, you make your way through. Everyone's looking at you. Mildred, you can give me that perception check because you said you were looking out for people. 18. So as you're, or was that from something else? Oh, that was something else.
No, that
No, that was
That's it.
24 minutes ago. So I'm trying to lie. That's hilarious. 12. All right. Yeah, it's sketchy. So you just see sketchy people all around you, and they're just like watching you guys as you make it through, but no one's bothering you. You might get an offer to buy another, like you hear that the drug names coming like everywhere, but no one bothers you at this point. And you make your way. You find the shack. It looks like a. Do, 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 do. Trying to find the. I guess it's just a poor little shack. Nothing really special about it. It looks like it's about a good. It's a decent size, but there's nothing really special about it. It's just wood. There's a front door that's looks old and tattered, but it's still sturdy. What do you guys do? You can see some lights on through the windows, but the windows are all closed, all the shutters.
I'll just
They're expecting us. Do we just
walk right
knock?
up and tap on the door with my stick. Hello, we're here. I've come to find a fancy book.
All right, you guys, you guys are never gonna become like stealthy or anything with Mildred. Just gonna have a spotlight on you guys all the time. Hello, everyone. It's great. All right, I'll bring you to the map. I say this every time, I need better music. No! I don't think you're supposed to be seeing all that. Wait, how do I have this configured? Something's wrong. Hold on. Something's wrong with my settings. I see.
We see it blacked out and everything. So
Yeah, it was my other. The use of the observer. His settings were wrong.
Did someone let us in, or did we just walk in?
No, you're outside at the moment.
we're just outside.
Oh,
the house
okay.
Oh, should I be the one talking since I asked about the book?
right now.
I'll try my best, okay, guys?
Oh, I can do the negotiations if you'd like, dear.
No, Millie. I do. You can be my backup, though. I do
Oh,
need
excellent.
be my hype girl.
I'll be the wild card.
I should talk, probably.
But I was the
He
one asking for the book.
he does have a fancy shirt, dear. You know, he makes a lot of sense.
Fancy
Who
shirt
has
too, you know.
who has the golden tongue?
Not me. I don't know.
And he's like, Candlekeep, huh? Uh,
So yeah, you knock on the door. The door opens, and it's Theron, the guy that you saw at the hut or their shop. And he sees you, and he says, "Oh, come in, please." And he welcomes you in.
Oh, you're so hospitable. Thank you.
I make sure the floor is clean before I walk in. I'm just like,
No, this place isn't clean at all. Well, as you come in, you see 7 mismatched chairs that are scattered around this homely common room. A couple of mugs and plates sit on a small circular table in the center of the space, and then there's a tattered and faded rug that decorates the wooden floor.
Oh, very homey.
Now, let me ask you a question. If you're selling fancy books, why are you in such a rundown old shack?
Oh, I mean, that's kind of insulting.
Well, I mean, I've got to tell you, dear,
we can't
I live-
afford much.
I live in a hole in the ground, literally. But you know, I have visited some rather fancy places lately, so I'm getting my wits about me.
no. I'm sure this is just. These fine people are probably just in a transitionary period until they can sell their wares. Is that correct, my good sir?
He says, "Yes. Well, that's why we need to sell these books so we can make some money and get out of here." Yeah. And he says, "Let me go get Carvala for you." And he opens this door to the north. He just screams in, "Carvala! The guests are here. The ones I told you about." And then he comes back out and waits. And he just stands there. "So, did you find the place okay?"
Oh yes, your instructions were great. Yeah, it was very easy to get here.
Perfect. The door then kind of opens. You see this woman come out, and she kind of nods and looks at you. And then you see another person come out behind her. She says, "Hello, I am Corvala." She goes, "This is Avani. So I hear you are looking to buy one of our rare books."
Yes, we're seeking passage into Candlekeep, and we're in need of a particular unique book in order to get in.
Anything in particular?
I do hear they are a little lax on their books on demonology, so that might be the way in.
Let me. Is there a particular price that you're looking for? Or how much are you willing to spend, I should say?
Should I be able to like see further than 5 feet?
Do you have dark vision?
Do they?
No.
You should be able to see like this room here.
Yeah, the rooms are.
I can't even see them where I'm standing right now.
Ow.
Oh,
Is the
let
room
me
lit?
see. Yeah, I think let me put some light in here. There would be. Do you see anything now? Brendan?
Can't hear you.
Oh, yes, I can see. Sorry.
Now, how much are we looking to spend?
How much are we even able to spend at this point? he says in a very soft whisper to Hemlock.
Well, it needs to be in good quality, dear, or at least, decent. Uh, what does it
I believe we
usually?
need to peruse
Quality
your
doesn't really make the.
before we start, throwing prices around.
Just looking up something. Okay. So yeah, she says to you, well, I know a book that could probably get you in there. And then she says, I have a book called Wanderings of a Humble Asimar. It should definitely get you in there.
Can we see the book?
She kind of gives you all a look because she has to make. She's like truly. She doesn't. Obviously, she's trying to see if she can trust you guys. She says, "Of course."
Who is the author?
It is a book about the Outer Planes. I don't really know who the author is,
Understandable.
but it is a rare book.
I mean, all right. I mean, how much would you sell it for?
So I forgot to really describe her. So as you look at her, her eyes are kind of like there's a little tint of red to them, and her teeth look very pointy. I'll show you a picture if I can find it. Here we go. So yeah, this is what you see.
Oh, you're a wee bit horrifying.
Did you say that to her?
Millie, that's not nice.
I've had a rough life.
Indeed, me too. I've lived by myself in a swamp.
She says that doesn't actually sound too bad. She says, yes, Avani, go get the book. And he kind of goes in the back and goes to fetch the book. As she's standing there, she says, so what makes you want to get into Candlekeep?
Well,
I always wanted to be a researcher. I love books.
I want to be an astral traveler.
I've never heard such things.
Oh, let me show you. Have you ever licked a frog before?
She kind of backs up, not really my thing.
Oh, it's a wonderful thing, dear. You must experience it.
She's
Sure to extend the tongue out beyond the teeth region, I'm worried about Morty's condition.
What is Fader doing while this is happening?
Is there any chance that I would recognize, because this person doesn't look quite human, is there any chance I would recognize what she is?
I mean, she just looks like a human with red eyes and pointy teeth. I don't see any way you would know that kind of things. You can ask her. I mean, if you're wondering what she is, you guys.
I don't think so.
See if she notices you guys staring at her.
What region are you from, you beautiful, magnificent person?
asking a lot of personal questions here, guys.
Well, she didn't ask me any of mine. I'm an open book.
She goes, I understand if you feel a little uncomfortable. I don't mean to make you feel that way. If you are judging me by the book and not what's underneath. If you were judging me by my cover.
Oh, I would never. I mean, look at all of us. We're all weird looking.
She says,
Especially Leo.
She says, I've gotten that a lot, trust me.
Do you mind if, while he's going to get the book, I cast a little comprehend languages, just in case there's some parts I can't understand?
Are you being deceitful?
Yes.
Give me a deception check.
Oh no!
She says, I'd rather you not cast magic in here, please. She says, it would lose my trust in you.
That's fair enough.
She goes, but you are a wizard? And her eyebrow goes up in curiosity. Or a cleric, perhaps?
I am unfortunately not as gifted as my family name. We are quite known for our wizards in our family, but I do have some magic talent, yes.
She goes, and can you bring back the dead?
No, I'm sorry, that is quite out of my realm.
Oh, I'm working on that, dear.
She looks at you. Are you?
Indeed.
Are you being deceitful?
Oh,
That's something you can do later? Okay, I'm just asking. I don't. She says, "Really? And if you were to do such a service, how much would you charge for it?"
well, it's still a work in progress, but perhaps we can make an exchange of a book for a, you know, a raised dead person.
She says, "Surely I won't give you the book until you can do it. That'd be foolish of me. But if you come back for a book, I could totally make that deal with you. When
Yeah,
you're
it may be a
capable."
little while. Okay, perhaps then.
Would you mind? Would you mind terribly if I were to ask who you would want us to raise?
She says, she says, it is a good friend of mine.
To raise someone from the dead that's been gone for a while.
She was a friend of ours for a long time, and we miss her dearly.
And how long ago did she pass?
It's been quite some time. Does that matter? And she looks at Mildred.
It certainly helps if the body's fresh.
Oh no. Do you really need the whole body? We only have a piece.
That's a much higher level spell. I may get there eventually.
Oh, so you're not that powerful yet. You see the the light in her eyes gonna go out.
Yes, bringing people back from the dead from a tiny piece of body is a very high level spell, from what I'm aware of.
And then she turns the hemlock. By the way, she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. By the way, I lost it again." Oh my god! I am from the nation of Amin. That's what gives me my brown skin.
Lovely. I need to visit that one day, I guess, on my journey. Maybe I'll be over there. Or, I'll mention your name, that I met you.
She goes, "Yes, my surname, you could just tell them Amberdune. I'm sure they would know it."
Amberdune. All right. I'll definitely look.
Right. Yeah, Vani comes back in with the book. It looks like a very old book. It's leather bound, and it just has a kind of the leather strap that wraps around it to hold it closed. And she picks it up, and she hands it to Leopold. She goes, "Is this sufficient?"
I turn it over my hands and see if there's anything that messed with the binding.
Give me an investigation. The book looks actually like it's it looks like it is an older book. The binding of the book looks like it doesn't look like it's been tampered with or anything like that. It does look like it has aged with time. It's exactly what she said it was. It was the title and everything, and it's about. Did I say the Outer Planes? If I remember correctly. Yeah. So it looks like a genuine, rare book. And she says, "This will definitely get you into Candlekeep."
How
Well, don't
much?
just look at the outside, dear. Open it up and see what's inside. I mean, there could be all blank pages in there for you.
She goes,
All the
"Please,
pages
just
are
be
crazy.
careful, but don't rip it."
How much for this book?
She says, if we have returning business, or maybe a deal with Mildred, I could let go of it for 500 gold pieces."
That's quite a lot of gold.
Well, we heard that you have plenty of gold to spend, so we are showing you our most expensive book. That is what you said, right, Theron? He says, yeah,
Yes.
she said right here that she has a lot of gold to spend.
It is in the bank, unfortunately, and
Yes, this is a very sketchy neighborhood, and I'm just a wee little lady. I don't like to. I could easily be robbed.
She looks at you. Give me deception checks. Brittany, Hemlock, Mildred.
I am a wee little lady, and I could.
And did you say something to Leopold when she said that? When she asked?
No, I just stared at the both of them like,
Okay, it
what
was
the
just,
hell are you doing?
Yeah, because Hemlock said it's in the bank too, or
What's a
something like that.
deception?
Did Vader say something? I don't remember.
Not yet. Vader
Okay.
is considering saying something.
All right. So yeah, she kind of looks at you and just says, "Is that right?" At Hemlock, and then she kind of looks at the other two, and they start looking all nervous. At this point, you actually hear something come from the room to the east of you. You hear like something like a gallop or something, and then you hear "Yeehaw!" like just like an animal in there. That's all.
you have a donkey.
Because it is
In
one
the
of our it is one of our pets. Then you hear "Yeehaw!" And then she says, "Well, if you're not here to purchase a book, then why did you come?" And,
Well, first you have to examine the goods, and then we arrange for a more suitable place to make an exchange.
so then come back tomorrow when you have the money.
Leopold closes the
Vader-
book.
And she takes it back from you and she
Before-
hands it to Avani.
Mazaroth's Mighty Digressions.
Yes? Why did you say that?
That is what my friends that recommended your services. You gave him that book.
Is that so?
Yes, she said that she got right into Candlekeep.
I just want to insight check her face as I say those words.
Okay. If anyone else wants to do it too.
I do.
God, rolling like balls tonight. Jesus.
How the hell does Mildred get such a high roll?
I am insightful.
Wisdom-based character, yeah.
She's just filled with knowledge. So yeah, everyone else looks like she's She doesn't know what you're talking about, but Mildred somehow just happened to catch a little twitch of her eye. That might be saying she's not telling the whole truth.
Oh, she's lying through her pointy teeth.
So you come to my house, you don't buy a book, and then insult us. I think it's time
Right.
for you to leave. Don't make me call the guard.
I'm sure the guard would be very interested in your little demonic book selling business.
I do not know what you're talking about.
And the
Chen.
pieces of dead bodies you're keeping in here.
Leopold. Leopold, did you happen to notice while you were looking at the book that you were just looking at if it was about to turn into some sort of a creature again?
When you do that, the door to the west or east opens, and there's a donkey there.
Did that
Oh, wait,
donkey
are they
just open a door?
So, she says, and it's like looking at you guys, and she goes, "We have ours trained."
To open a door?
Of course, how else would they get around? She says, "I think you should leave. I do not want to ask again."
Oh, I think this is going to be exciting.
She goes, "I don't know why you would come here and accuse me of stuff, pretending to wanting to buy a book."
Oh, it's because we were sent here on a mission to discover about the demon books.
A mission from who?
Well, that's our business. Right?
Right.
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 Give me a persuasion check. Are you guys trying to persuade her to talk? Like, what do you guys say?
Look, if you're involved or not, there is something untoward about the books you are selling, specifically going to Candlekeep.
Give me a persuasion check.
There you go, that's better.
She says, she kind of looks at you for a second and pauses, and then she just kind of sighs. Listen, we don't want trouble from anyone. I can see you're not, she only for Leopold, since he is like proper. She goes, I can see you're not here to hurt us. I'm not sure about your other friends. She says, but I'll just
I'll be
tell you
honest,
the
I'm not sure
truth.
about them either.
She says, yes, I did sell fake books, but we're doing it for a reason. We're trying to bring back, as I said, my friend from dying, and it's an expensive thing to do. So we're trying to get money.
Is someone paying you to sell these books?
No, we're selling them to try to get money.
Is
But
it
you're
your
stitching the...
Then
Fader.
Demon.
is it your intention to bring monsters into Candlekeep Library?
She goes, they're not monsters.
The ones that attacked us certainly were monsters.
She says, they're just ging, I can't say this word. Gingwatsum.
Is a Gingwatsum a thing that could almost kill Leopold here?
We try to tell him not to attack people, but I guess eventually they would get hungry enough. It's...
So you were aware that these were creatures that would eventually lash out and attack?
No, not at first. It was only after we sold the first few that we heard these rumors. To be honest, I didn't know much about Gingwatsums. Is that how you say it? I need to look this up.
So these are creatures masquerading as books, not necessarily books that are being sold.
And also, we know that there are 3 of them. Are there any others that we should be aware of?
She says, no, they turned out to be too expensive just to make. The spell that required it was too much. So we weren't getting a good return. I promise I won't sell anymore.
Well, as
And
long
I
as you're
check
being...
I check that.
Yeah. She's telling the truth. You got the feeling like she's telling the truth that the spell doesn't make money. It costs too much for the return.
Well, if you're being completely honest with us, how about this? You allow us into your back room. I scan for any more of these untoward books. And if everything's on the up and up, we go on our way.
She goes, yes, I promise I won't make any more. It's not worth the trouble.
Very well then. And as recompense to Candlekeep, because I'm sure they're not going to be very happy with this, perhaps there's a lesser rare book you could offer them in recompense.
She goes,
Or perhaps the notes on this so-called spell.
she says, how about this? Just buy the book for 250 gold pieces, and I'll let you have it.
No, I'm sorry.
So this book you gave us has one of the thingies in it.
No, this is the actual book.
Wait, is which actual book?
This book of the Wanderings of an Asimov is an actual factual book.
Yeah, she says the spell that I cast makes copies of the books, and
We are
It-
making a
it's-
copy of this book.
they're called Gringwatsums.
So-
It's a life form.
The book that we had that turned into a monster and attacked us was called. Was that Mazroth's Mighty Digressions?
She says, no, that was the copy.
That's what I mean. Do you still have the original of that book?
She goes, yes.
Well, how about you give us the originals of the books you sold? We'll return them to Candlekeep, and that will be it.
She goes,
That seems awfully fair.
how is that fair? She goes, you...
Candlekeep has already bought those books.
No,
And now
Candlekeep
they
was
don't have-
didn't buy anything.
But
You
in
donate the
exchange-
books for Candlekeep.
But trust me, dear, it's not easy. It costs quite a bit to get into Candlekeep. So the individuals who purchase these books from you are in Candlekeep and have exchanged them for access. So the books that they thought they were receiving, you still have.
And there's actually a very
Yes.
angry tiefling that is now paying off a debt because of it.
She says, oh, I do remember her. Quite an angry one.
Yes, and I'm not too sure she'd be happy to find out what you actually did. So, this would go...
May I make a suggestion?
Her eyes look at you.
Bear with me. We are not at a point in our education to be able to provide you with a great amount of help in your quest to raise your friend. However, because we can't do it yet does not mean that we can't ever do it. And if we were to engage in assisting you in your quest, would that ease you to allowing us to have the books that have already been delivered in monster form to Candlekeep?
She says, I cannot let these books go. We need this money. She goes, maybe you can work out a deal of you helping us sell these books.
Didn't the tiefling already pay for this book, though?
But you're not the tiefling. If she wants to have a problem with us, then she'll come back.
But we are representatives of the tiefling.
Of Candlekeep.
Exactly.
Which has nothing to do with the purchase that the tiefling made.
Well,
we are the tiefling.
If we just go get the authorities and inform them of the illegitimate book-selling business that you are currently, perpetrating here in the city.
/ these books could have killed our friend Leopold here, dear, because it was hungry. These things are living inside the books, and it could have ate him.
Literally, you almost killed us.
Almost killed us.
She goes, unless you can find a way to give us the money in exchange. She's like, there's nothing I'm going to do for you.
I would like to cast a spell, but just to speak to animals and see how this freaking donkey opens the door.
If you cast a spell, it could trigger. If they see you casting a spell, it's gonna trigger a roll initiative. Okay, I mean, just saying, because you're like in their house. Is this somatic and like what is the verbal somatic or?
I don't know. It's
because you already asked not to cast magic in her house. Remember?
I know. If it's all three.
I mean, it doesn't matter either or because you're right there in front of her, so they would see it. And she does know how magic works. So are you going to do that?
Do you think, real quick, do you think we're going to get in a fight with them?
I was hoping to avoid a fight, honestly.
But, alright, I won't do it. I'll ask her. Can I talk to your donkey?
She looks at you funny. Why?
'Cause I talk to animals. That's
she
my
says,
thing.
So do I. What do you want to know? I can ask him.
I want to talk to him with my mouth.
If you can speak to animals.
I can. Look.
But she's not going to let you cast a spell. She's like just saying, speak. She goes, look, just find a way to help us make the money and you can have the book. I think that's a fair price.
What did you have in mind for helping you find the money?
That's what I'm asking.
Go out
help
and
us
get money and bring it back to you? Or do you mean help you figure out how to...
What's the price of the other two books? Because you said this was the most expensive. What's the price of the other two?
She looks at you and she says, they're all the same.
Mildred.
Why are they all the same?
Is that true?
She says, I was lying before when I said this was the most expensive. I'm telling you now, I'm giving you a fair price of $250.
250 gold a piece?
For the book, yeah. Each book costs $250.
I say we just go to the authorities.
Yeah. Perhaps we should just go to inform the peoples.
You do that, she says.
I will.
Then have a good day. And Theron kind of, I'm sorry, folks, and he opens the door for you guys to walk out.
Listen, you don't want to be blacklisted from Candlekeep.
She looks at you. She's like, I've been working here for a long time. I'm not worried about that. Besides, you can't prove anything. She just looks at you.
I believe we actually can, given that we can go back to Candlekeep right now and bring back the two people who apparently bought books that then turned into monsters from you.
She says, well then I'll see you in 10 days.
If
She's a stern woman. She's like,
I would
no, yeah.
cast a spell, we would go into initiative, but would I get like a surprise round? Like, would it?
No,
my
because
spell-
they see you, so...
Are there any windows in this room?
They're boarded. I said there was, but I don't see any actually on the map. I did say they were closed, boarded with the things. Why? I mean, what? I can't hear you.
I'm wondering if I could like maybe like walk outside and like still be within sight of her and cast a spell without her her noticing.
Well, the door will close once you walk outside.
But like he is far away, so I can just be like, okay, and then like rush outside, like into the darkness, and then while the door is still open.
That's not gonna happen. Come on. So you're just gonna run out and then they'll just close the door. I don't know. No, it would still initiate initiative if you did anything sketchy. They're watching. So it's up to you. You do what you want to do. They're definitely watching.
I don't know, guys. What do you think?
She says, I think you should leave. There's nothing to think about.
I wasn't talking to you, you shrivel up old prune.
At that time, the door behind Avani opens, and it's another donkey.
Oh, a donkey.
And she puts her hand back like over the door, like stand down kind of thing.
They're not real donkeys.
You have angry
Can I
donkey
do-
monsters. That's very impressive.
She says, please leave.
Whatever I want, don't you order me around.
Theron, call the guards.
Yes,
And
go get the
he
guards.
stands out and he just starts calling, we need guards! Guards! No, I'm kidding. He doesn't do that. No, he does. Does he? I don't know. I'm trying to think, would guards be around? Like, would guards in a place like this,
In the
would there
club?
be guards? Yeah, that's why I don't
Probably
think
not. No.
I don't think there'd be guards. Yeah, so
Not to mention, she's standing in a room with a person with noble papers. Who are they going to listen to more?
yeah. So yeah, what do you guys do?
I look her in the eye and look at the donkeys and go,
We want no trouble. Please
are
just
these
go.
ginghams as well?
Are they what?
Are these ginghams as well?
She says no. With like a disgusted face. Everyone give me... Wait, actually, who was that who was reading? Oh. Mildred, give me a history insight check.
History and an insight.
Mm-hmm. You get a 1. But your insight, I was doing both because of for this reason. So, because it was just not too long ago where you read a book on creatures that can morph, and so there was a really small paragraph on, because I think you were reading a book on, where was it? Like Lycanthropy, yeah. So there was a one little paragraph section about jackal wares. And so this kind of made you, yeah. It just like kind of clicked in your head for a second.
There's the were rats and now were jackals.
Oh, jackalwares. Look at those.
And she kind of looks at you.
It's so
What?
impressive in person.
How would you know that?
Oh, I read a book on it. And it wasn't a book that was enchanted with a demon that tried to suck my life out. So it was actually informative rather than life-threatening, which is, the sort of things we like to look for in a book.
She says, listen, I don't want trouble, please.
You found it, didn't you?
No, she says, we are just trying to do good and bring our friend back, that's all. Please, don't.
I want to insight that.
Uh-huh. I mean, she seems sincere, like they want to bring their friend back.
We don't want trouble either, and we're actually offering to help you bring your friend back. We just could we work together?
But you're asking me to give away one of our most expensive books. I cannot do that.
Perhaps just give us the notes on the spell that you cast to copy these books.
She says, let me see something. How long does he spell? She looks at you and she says, I can't do that.
Why not?
You already got the money.
When she's trying to speak, it's almost like she can't. And then she looks at, she just, it's like, and then she's, I just can't.
Where did you learn to cast a spell like that?
What was that? Well, something just like vibrate. She says, my friend, the one we're trying to bring back. She used to be our leader, okay? She was the leader of our pack. And she died.
And she taught you to cast this spell?
Yes.
Oh, is her spirit lingering about, giving you orders?
She's no. She's dead.
But a part of her is here.
Yes, we do have her heart. What was that? Who asked the question?
What are you so spooked about?
What makes you say she's spooked?
Spooked. You look afraid of something.
When?
No.
Did I? Out of character? I don't remember saying
I thought you said she seemed like she was nervous about something.
Well, she couldn't speak.
Oh.
It's like she went to say something, but like she couldn't actually. It wouldn't come out. And then she says, "I can't." Give me insights, whoever. It was a drive-by fruiting.
Rolls are rough. Drive-by fruiting. Would you look at that?
Mildred, you were just. Oh wait, no, you wrote twice. Oh no, that was from before. Okay. So I guess Fader. You, I mean, it looks like she tried to, but something was actually stopping her from speaking it. And she says, "So, see, now you know everything about us. Will you help us? Will you sell these books for us and get us our money?" What does that look, Mildred?
I don't like it at all. I don't want to do that. I'm like, no. It's like, what? Who is going to buy these books? I have no idea.
What's Fader thinking?
Are you asking us to help you sell books or help you sell monsters?
If you can sell these books, well, the thing is, these books are expensive. So when I casted the spell to copy them, we would sell those at a cheaper rate, so that people would think they're getting good deals.
Right, and how is that? You just said a moment ago. You said you're trying to do good. How is it
Yes,
doing good to steal from people
this
by
is Baldur's
by
Gate.
selling them a dangerous monster
Where do you
and
think you
then not?
are?
Are we selling the real ones or are we selling the fake ones?
If you can sell the real ones for the prices that they are, then that would be great. But people aren't usually looking for rare books.
Very well.
Black market.
Give us the real books, and we will go sell them for you.
Oh no. You will find us buyers and we'll sell them. Surely, and she looks at Leopold. Surely you must know some rich nobles who are willing to spend this much.
But we help you. We sell these books. You get what you need. We're not exactly getting what we need.
She says, "Well, find another way for us to make money, and we can exchange the book."
Called going adventuring, dear. It's what we're good at. You just go out and do missions for people, and they pay you in gold.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
So what you're doing is trying to hire people with fake books, not go out and get a job.
Or you?
Hard labor.
So yeah, we gotta come up with what are we gonna do here?
Smack her with a stick.
You're gonna smack her with a stick?
No, I take it. No, Millie, not yet.
If you're going to be aggressive,
Tired of these negotiations. It's not going anywhere. We're just talking in circles.
Is the door to the outside open or closed right now?
right now, well, it looks like it's closed. He did open it, but I guess he closed it.
Should we do a group circle?
I would like
And
to,
think about it.
I would like to discuss with the group with outside of earshot of the people.
Let's go walk outside and discuss.
We'll be
Yeah.
back.
All right. So yeah, you guys all walk out, and they close the door. You hear chick, chick, chick.
Don't act like you can get back in there, okay?
I could get back in there.
All right. So I don't know.
Well, it seems our options are at the moment we take them by force, we sell their books for them. Well, I don't know exactly what we're getting in return by selling their books for them, other
Nothing
than
at all,
they'll
really.
stop selling books. We
And
go
we
and
don't know
report
that.
this to
There's no-
Candlekeep.
There's no guarantee of that either.
We go and report this to Candlekeep. We report this to the local guard.
We find some other means of payment and come back and buy the book from them.
Really, what will we do? Like, our end goal is to make sure there's no more of these fake books, right?
Which they're basically saying they won't.
There's
We
no
burn it
guarantee.
down.
Do we believe her when she says that she didn't realize that the spell was creating monsters that would attack people?
No, she
Well,
knew they were going to attack
yeah.
people eventually, but
Then
she
do we
says they're
believe her
too
when she says she
expensive
won't
to
do it
do.
again? Right. She seems as though money is her driving concern. If it is too expensive to make the creatures, then I suspect that she's telling the truth, that she's not going to continue making the creatures.
I doubt Snapple will be very happy with just a, hey, we're going to stop making these creatures.
I agree. What would Snapple be happy with, though?
Destroying
Probably-
everybody.
Shy of somebody finally pulling the stick out of his ass, I'm not quite sure.
Is there? I mean, can we go back to town and perhaps send him, get like a mage to do like a sending spell, and communicate with him and see if we can get him to give us some direction?
I suspect if we could afford to have a mage cast a sending spell, we'd be able to afford buying one of these books.
Fair, very fair.
You think it's that expensive to send a message?
Fairly.
I don't know very much about magic, but I can only assume.
All right. What do you do? So as you're standing there, suddenly you hear something. Let me grab you guys. You kind of look on both sides of you, and you see these two kind of thuggish people come out from around a building. And then you hear this kind of squeaky, like, kind of voice. And you hear a guy say, You... you killed my brother. And you see a person come out from behind this bucket of hay kind of thing for horses, or a huge bin of hay. He says, You killed my brother. I can smell him all over you. He says, Now you're gonna pay.
We haven't killed anybody but the. Oh God! It's another rat.
Oh, it's another rat boy.
Everyone roll initiative. As yeah, you see he looks really familiar, like the other guy that you killed, and then Fader went through all of his stuff.
We're very powerful adventurers. This is probably not the wisest life choice.
Oh dear.
All right. Mildred. Yeah, you see these thugs come out from behind you. Very familiar looking human. he doesn't, I mean, it's obviously not the same person, but they look alike. That's the guy you met on the road.
So yeah, I'll just use my symbiotic entity and sort of move right here, and I will end my turn.
Okay. What does that do?
It like enhances. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna move more like right here.
She changes into a bigger mushroom.
Yes. My spores become infused with more energy and become more powerful.
Gotcha. All right.
It's basically
Hemlock.
like her special wild shape.
Oh. What does Hemlock do?
I turn into. Hold on. I turn into a giant honey badger.
What?
And I go to this guy.
The guy up top, he when you turn into Honey Badger, he like puts out this high pitched like squeak, like he's just seen another rodent enemy.
And then I have a multi-attack action, so I'm gonna bite first.
Uh, 10. You miss. He blocks it with his armor.
Then I'm gonna claw him.
It's like, I'm gonna squish you, you stupid animal. As he blocks again.
That's it.
All right, it's his turn.
On his turn, I'm going to use my reaction to use my Halo Spores.
Okay.
So it needs to make a DC 16 con save.
So this is when someone attacks. What? What is it?
When he starts his turn within 10 feet of me, I can use my reaction to deal 2d4 damage.
So which one are you doing?
The one that's starting his turn right now.
Okay.
It's kind of like an aura thing.
Gotcha. What kind of save? I'm sorry.
A DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
Hello, Shadow. Gets a 21.
It's pretty good. It's actually an easy throw. That's fine.
I was wondering if that was high. I was in my head. I was like, it's gonna... all right. So this one attacks. Well, okay. So that one. Ones are going to attack. All right, so they both come up. Are they gonna squish Hemlock? Let's see. 1d2. This one goes after Mildred. With his mace. It's a 23. For 3 bludgeoning damage. And then he swings again. Gets an 18. For another 8. The other one goes after Hemlock. It's a 9. What is your armor class as a 10? Swings again, gets an 18. Says, I'm gonna squish you for 3 bludgeoning damage. Fader.
Alright, Fader is going to attack the southernmost thug that's going after Mildred with his bow.
Hello, Shadow.
15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so that's going to be damage plus sneak it. Total of 10 damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to bonus action hide and move.
Can't hear you.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm going to bonus action hide and move up into the corner there by the houses.
Okay. Roll a stealth check. Okay. Leopold.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and drop down a bit. To about there. I'm going to cast Hex on this bottom one. Let's say disadvantage on strength checks. And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast him. Oh, but miss entirely.
So the hex thing, is it like he has to... It's only if you hit?
The hex thing does extra damage if I hit.
Okay.
There's no
Gotcha.
save to it, but he also has disadvantage on strength ability checks.
Okay. And that's an automatic thing?
Yeah, it's just something that just happens.
Okay. So next. All right. Let's see. So, Fader, as you're, would they see you? I don't know. That's a good question. So as you're hiding in the, I guess the darkness, you just hear like all these like little squeaky noises, and coming from down the alleyway, you see a swarm of rats that come barreling down, but they don't see you, so they're just gonna keep running. Okay. That's a hard one. How does that work? Let me actually. I guess I would do a perception, wouldn't I? But they're not gonna get that. Yeah, they don't. They're somehow you're just like up in some hidden darkness, maybe up on a little box on the ground or something, and they just kind of run by your feet. And they come after Mildred, giving Fader an opportunity attack. But that would bring you out of... Wouldn't that bring you out of stealth? Yep. So, do you take it?
Would I, since it's not my, it's now no longer my turn, would I be able to get a sneak attack damage on it?
No.
Because it says sneak attack is once per turn, not once per round.
I can't remember what that is.
And this is actually, and this is now the rat's turn.
I don't know. Did you look this up and see what other people said?
I have, and the general consensus online is that once per turn means I used it on my turn, and now it's the rat's turn, so it's a different turn.
Jeremy says it can potentially occur more than once in a round. Jeremy Crawford.
Once per. So does it? So what does it say?
Jeremy Crawford said it can.
No, I know that, but that's if you have like other things like haste, I think, right? Or is that the same thing?
Because haste would be on your same turn.
We don't have, we can look this up another.
Yeah,
later.
I would like to look that up.
Play it now. Yeah.
All right.
So I will not take my opportunity attack right now.
Okay. So they would come around the corner and attack Mildred. It's messed up. He's not your friend, Mildred. They get a 16. That's your armor class, though. For 9 piercing damage. How's she looking? 5 hit points or something? Huh?
Almost unconscious.
Okay, now the were-rat. How far is he? So he pulls out his hand crossbow. He'll step up a foot. Oh, Leopold's way over there. So we'll see, Mildred or Hemlock. Mildred goes. Shadow, calm down. A 13. Yep, that hits.
13 does not hit.
Her? No, I'm sorry, it's Hemlock. I rolled a 1 when I rolled my my thing to see. It's 1. So 13. For 5. 5 piercing. Mildred. He's like, kill him, boys! Kill them all! And I'll do what I said. I'll make you all into were-rats. Mildred?
I'm trying to think of how not to die here.
You still have one wild shape left, don't you?
Yeah, but that wastes my turn, and all I get is like 8 hit points. Yeah, I mean, seems bad, but I will just use a healing word on myself.
Okay. Gotta do what you gotta do to stay alive.
So that should be plus my spellcasting modifier. So that should be 4 plus 3. So it should be 7.
Smack him with your stick. Meridian said.
12, and then I'll wild shape again, and I'll get 8 temporary hit. And that's it. I will. Yeah, I'll end my turn.
All right, Hemlock.
Okay, so bonus action, I'm going to transform into a wolf.
Okay.
So I'm a dire wolf now.
Oops. Did I just delete your other thing?
Yeah, you deleted the rats.
Wolf. Oh no, I deleted the wrong things.
Yeah.
Oh no, where are they? There they are. Okay. So if you turn into a wolf, this is how the wolf is bigger than the space you're in, and trying to think how I would do this. You can't really control it. So I remember
Do
I came up
push
with
everybody?
because I hated this rule with I hated this scenario with transforming in a smaller space, and I'm trying to remember how I came up with a solution for it. I'll have to look it up because I don't remember what it was. I'm trying to find your wolf. Where is it? Oh. I mean, technically, if you're in a space that you can't fit in, it shouldn't work, in my opinion. I don't know. We'll just say you're squeezing now. That's all. Everyone's squeezing, so everything will be at disadvantage.
Okay.
So you've run
Can I
over
move?
You've run over Mildred. That's fine.
I mean, she's smaller than me.
Yeah. Well, you could just hop over her. Yeah, we'll just put her over here.
All right. Hold on. That would not work.
Because
I'll stay here. I'll stay here. I have pack tactics anyway, so everything just is a normal roll then.
Yeah, because the whole pushing thing, it's kind of an unfair thing.
Okay, so I'm just gonna attack this guy right here.
Plus, you can't really control, I guess, where you. I don't know. It's a hard one. Let's do some research.
16.
Yep.
10.
Okay.
And then he needs to do a strength saving throw, or hold on one second. Yeah, strength saving throw, or be knocked prone.
Gets a 19.
Would that be a disadvantage, or is just me at disadvantage?
He's not squeezed in anywhere. He has the
Okay.
backside of him.
All right, that will be it.
Thugs. I guess they're gonna go after you. You're the biggest thing.
Okay.
Use my reaction to do the con save again.
Okay. That's a 18. They swing their mace. A 22 and a 16. Both hit. All right. 22, 16 for first one's for 6 damage, and the second one's also 6 damage. Then the other one swings at you. 19. Three and 18. Damn, they're hitting you. Got a 19 for 3 damage and an 18 for 5 damage. I love druids. Fader. I love how they can just turn into animals and take all that beating.
Okay, I'm going to shoot the were-rat. And do I have advantage? Am I hidden from him?
From him? I believe so. Yep. Because he would have to do a perception check, and he didn't.
19
That hits. Yep.
So 10 damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bonus action hide again, and move around behind the hay bale.
Okay. So you want me to move you, or are you gonna move?
I'll move. I was just rolling a
Oh.
stealth check.
Oh. Okay. Leopold.
Okay, I'm gonna yell out because I heard him say what he says. The rat's paying them. Take out the rat and they'll fall. They'll have no reason to fight. And then I'll move 30 feet over. And I'll Eldritch Blast the rat.
Nice.
Shouldn't be 10, should be 8.
Okay. 8 damage. Yeah, it's like with your Eldritch blasts. Anything else?
No, it's gonna be it.
All right. He is up. When you say that, he let me see something. He says, "Ah!" He says, "This isn't over." And then he takes a dash action. Actually, no. He will run into this alleyway.
Right with Fader.
Nope, Fader's the other way. And then he
Oh, well.
will use his action and turn into a rat and hide. Probably under a house. Yeah, and he screamed out, "Disengage!" Sorry, Mildred.
Can't hear you.
I will bonus action use Shillelagh. And I believe I made a Shillelagh. I did. Against the thug that looks most damaged.
Okay, it's the one on top for
Penny.
sure.
And then he'll take another 1d6.
Okay. Guy's getting beat the hell up. Alright. Yeah, he's looking pretty bad.
Am
They scream out, "Stop! Let us run! We surrender!" Hemlock.
I'll hold my action. If they come at me or Millie, I will eat them. I'll let them run away.
Okay. So on their turn, yeah, they just book it down this alleyway. Does anyone, Mildred, do you take an opportunity attack?
No, that's fine. I can go.
Let's see, how far could they get? Yeah, that's pretty far actually. So yeah, I guess Leopold, you would see them kind of run down into this dark road and then kind of just go behind one of the buildings and keep running. Vader.
When the were-rat ran into the alley, did he stealth before going in? Did I see him run in?
From your viewpoint, you can't see.
Well, I couldn't see where he was, but I would have been able to see him as he darted across.
You saw him run
this
through, but
area.
once he got past this house, he's out of your sight, so you have no idea where he went.
Right, that's
after
all
that.
I'm asking. I saw him go into the alley.
Yep.
I'm going to, and are the is the swarm of rats still there?
They are.
In that case, I'm going to fire at them.
Okay. Oh, they got out of initiative round because I accidentally deleted them. God damn it. Oh well. Nice. Damn. Wait. Oh, damn.
So that's 20.
21.
Okay.
I will bonus action hide and move around the other side of the hay bale.
15, 20. Okay. Yeah, there's not a lot of these things left. There's like just a few. And they're gonna start to scattle. Leopold.
The rats desert the sinking ship. Oh well.
The hits. Yeah, there's like a few left, and you just Eldritch Blast, and it just rips right through them. And now they're just a pile of goo.
Filthy creatures.
And I guess, yeah, that's it. The other guys all ran off. Out of sight. So unless you guys are gonna do a chase, they're gonna go.
I'd like to just look down the alleyway to see if that were-rat is still down there.
It is not. When you look, you can give me a perception check. Yeah, you use your keen eyes and look down at this dark alleyway, but it must have ran under a building or crawled through a hole because you do not see it.
Well, that's going to be annoying.
Are you gonna?
I think we should prepare for running into him again.
All right, here's an interesting thought. So my halo of spores surrounds me within 10 feet. I move down there. I don't need to see him. He just needs to move or start his turn within 10 feet of me. So if I move down here and he does take his turn and move within 10 feet of me still, I can still get an opportunity attack. I can still get an attack on him.
I mean, you don't even know if he's there, so you stand there. I mean, you don't know what happens. Yeah, but you still don't know because you don't see him.
That's true.
So
I assume, I mean, he can only go so far.
you can assume anything you want.
It does say a creature you can see, actually.
This is that whole scene from where you held on to
Yes, it does.
heat armor on that in the Dungeon of the Mad Mage all over again, where you don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
So you guys fought off these thugs and this were rat. He realized he was gonna lose and he took off. You killed all of his rats that came after you guys. This is where we're gonna end our story. You guys standing out in front of Corvala's house.
Still with no decision on what to do.
I
You still have
know.
time to think of that.
It's time to think about what to
So now you can talk about it in Discord chat. That was
Good
fun.
game, guys.
Yep. Good game. Good game. Thanks, Seth.
Yes, thank you, Seb, for hosting.
Yeah, and thanks, Comedian, for talking to us.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure.
Oh boy.
Brittany wasn't talking a lot today.
That's because I'm really into my background.
Oh yeah, they
Oh,
keep
yeah, looks
changing.
good right
That would look more like the place you're at. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. All right, I got like 0 time between finishing work and starting this game, so I'm gonna go do some things. But I appreciate it. It's good playing with you all.
Yep.
Brandon, make a recording of yourself speaking as Mildred, so you'll never forget what she sounds like.
Oh, I know what it sounds like. It's just I gotta be able to project it out there.
All right, guys.
Usually,
have a good
I
night.
spend a few minutes like doing her voice before I
Bye,
start.
Bo.
Have that. All right. See y'all later.
Yep.
See you next week.
Bye.
See ya.
Thank you for watching. I do appreciate your time. If you liked what you watched, you can catch my other games on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Feel free to join my Discord channel for updates. And it's been fun. See ya.